Oh, oh.
Hello, everyone.
I'm not telling you it's still going to get. You just have to wait.
Okay, but it says live.
No, no.
Now, yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of AI Amigos Show. My name is Marina, and I'm very happy to be here again. Another episode with my two good friends, James and Chanchao. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey,
Hello.
everyone. Hey, Marina. Ciao.
So, as every week, we will discuss different topics on what is going on in the AI world. And as you already know, is sponsored by our friends of Tequila AI. If you have any queries or you have the need to implement AI in your organization, please don't hesitate to contact them. Our friends will treat you super well and will tailor a solution for you. So, having said that, guys, the topic of today is what is going on with the Google search nowadays. Because I remember, I remember a couple of episodes ago we were talking about what was going on with the MIT that said that the generative AI is making you less smart or whatever. And then now, well, some editors and some newspapers and magazines, they are claiming that the traffic is going lower after Gemini is giving results to people. By the way, I would like to say hello to Khaled. Thank you for watching.
I see Mohammed Khalid says hello. So, hello.
Yes, so feel free to jump into the conversation if you want. Basically, I remember when we discussed about this, and we discussed, okay, the results with MIT, and then they said, okay, you use less brain activity when you search for information when you are using generative AI. And we agreed somehow on that because it's true, right? So then it's less effort. But what is going on now with the companies? If you think about that, the ads and the pay per click and all this, like they have been always a product for Google, and now Gemini is going kind of against that. So the question here is, do you think that AI is actually going against the Google product somehow?
My take is probably no, because I quite like those summary when you search it.
Oh,
But
me too. I love it.
yeah, but I still like, there's link inside as well, right? And but you still click on that.
Yeah.
So they might select that you might pay a better rate, and for us, we give you the link inside the summary, because it wouldn't be like just they wouldn't give away the advertising, right? That's their business model built on, basically.
Yeah, they wouldn't kill the golden, the
Yeah,
golden, the goose that lays the golden eggs. Like,
yeah.
there's no way they're going to kill their
Well,
own revenue.
somehow I thought the same, but I read an article this week that was in BCC, and it
Mm,
actually claimed that some companies, they actually even sue Google because they were paying to be advertised. That you have the payment to grow in the Google search when it is not organic, but you are actually sponsoring. And instead of sponsoring them, all the information was in the summary, so then people were not clicking on the news. They just read it, like from outside, had the overview, and that's it. I believe that maybe, of course, the intention of Google was not killing as you said, the golden eggs. But on the other hand, this is pretty much what is happening, for example, with TikTok or with Instagram for the reels, the shorts. Like we are actually having less patience to check or to stay, for example, like 1 hour or 10 minutes or reading long articles as
mm.
before. I think the society is changing. And maybe,
TLDR, TLDR.
yes,
That's a big deal.
and I think this is something that maybe they didn't consider when they implement this, but they actually need to be a little bit more advanced to compete with OpenAI as well.
Mm.
I mean, would they
Well,
then charge more? Just thinking out loud here, would they then charge more? So, like their pay per click model, so they're saying, someone clicks and then goes on there and so these ads come up, right, as you guys know, when you go, or they used to, or depending on now how they're restructuring it, but and then you go and you click that so this impression comes up, you click it, and then they charge you, and there's like a daily budget and things like that. Now the thing is that when someone goes and clicks, so let's say for example they click and then they say, oh, this is not the page I want, you go out, but you still the merchant still has to pay for that click. We're now maybe saying, well, now that we're doing this summary, so rather than charging you, let's say, I don't know, 10 cents a click, now we're going to charge you €1 because the person that's going in is actually someone who's interested in your product, because it's a real, it's more of a, what do you want to call that? It's a better lead. It's where maybe you can convert that into business better than the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, no, it actually makes a lot of sense. I really didn't consider that part, because when you read the news and you check, like what people are, I just think from outside, okay, it actually makes sense. Because when I am looking for information, sometimes I just check it from outside. Maybe I just see the source, but then I don't actually click, like to go to the article or anyway.
That's the rate. When I was putting out the Google advertising, is basically you give the Google your, what do you call it, your keywords, or what area you wanted to
SEO.
search at,
Yes.
and you give Google the time as well. You can run for a week, and they will tell you when was hit the most, and when did you present it to the most people, and they give you a rate of when you present it to certain amount of people, how many of the people clicks as well. This is conversion rate you're talking about, James. And normally about 10% is good enough. But when I put it on my one, it's pretty low, like 5, 2, 3. So it's pretty bad per se. Yeah, so that's that. But you can choose when, and Google tell you when your people click, on what age they are, and all that sort of data.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they have it. Actually, they have it. Guys, I see that there are more people joining here. So then feel free to jump into the conversation. Let us know if you paid for advertising before, and maybe you can tell us your experience. Maybe you have like something to compare it with. So then we don't compare only like with the news that we read. It would be very nice to hear your stories if you have any.
but I also think like it's good as well, because internet has a lot of those information, right? So it's like one website published, and all the other website grab it and then publish exactly their similar things, right? So
Yeah.
I think there is someone tested it out, write a fake news, and then on the source of website, and an hour 2 hour later the fake news was full of internet. So maybe it's good to remove that duplication, people writing on the traffic of their website.
So do you think that's yeah, well, but do you think that somehow, because now I'm also thinking, about all the trolls, and well, so if you want to actually screw your competition, you just click all of them, like many times, so then they have to pay for it, or they actually don't have the
Oh, the
advertising.
other kind of things. Oh my God.
No, you wouldn't be able to, like, a 2 cents each. How much you needed to click on that, man?
She's gonna
Well,
bankrupt the company, Jincha, by number of clicks. That's
Yeah, you can adjust your budget as well. You can adjust your
yeah,
click
that's
rate.
right. There's a cap. You can put a cap on
well,
it.
but
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is what
so
I
it's all
say.
dynamic. For example, I'm like, I don't have enough budget. I can say, like, whenever you feel like Google, whenever you feel it's the right time to promote me, all my budget for every click is half a cent. You can put on there. So Google will find the spot nobody was competing and put your advertising out there.
Mhm.
So you
And there's
have
a
to
reason
know.
why no one's competing at that time, because it's like in the middle of the night, or
Yeah, yeah. And then weekend, all that, you can it's a bidding war. You can have like 8 cents or 9 cents per click, and
yeah.
somebody might over bid you. Yeah.
Well, something that I actually keep in my mind is because I remember when I started like Google Analytics, and I even was working for a Google project at some point of my life. There were many videos that explain, that this competition, the organic one, it was based on a kind of bid, right? So then, and The idea was, okay, Coca-Cola, for like just to sell like a big brand or any big giant, they can pay like a lot of money to be like first in the advertising, and then I don't know, Marina Cola cannot pay for that. But the idea is like both can compete at some point, right?
Mhm.
So then there were like different things that were evaluated here.
So where do we buy this Marina Cola? Where do they sell this? It's like only in Argentina, or where do they sell this?
Soon, soon.
Or is it like this
Yeah.
Chinese made, instead of Coca Cola, like Chinese made fake stuff? Maybe this is what it is. It's like Coca
Yes.
Cola, but it's Marina Cola.
Well, but actually it was very interesting. And now for me, when I read this article that mentioned, okay, so then now the clicks are going down, and there are several media companies, because of course many organizations, they just outsource all these marketing resources and planning. They are really claiming that it dropped really badly, and even some of them said that it dropped up to 89% in comparison to what it was last year in the same month. So then it actually makes me think and makes me wonder, okay, so is it actually better to have Gemini there to help people to see, the results? Or is it actually kind of killing the news as well?
But what
Because sorry, because let's say that we are checking for this particular news that is happening now, or let's say in Argentina just soon there were elections, so everyone was googling about that, right? So then when you look for that information and you just get whatever you want to see and it appears in Gemini, then you don't click any newspapers anymore.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
then
but what if
I would
it's wrong? Who's responsible then?
well, it could be wrong, yes. I mean, it's a LLM, so then it could hallucinate as well, right? So then, if we
That's
Yeah.
think
why I
about,
give you. That's why I give you links, right? But I think, sorry, James.
You're going.
I think we have to look into follow the money, right? So if all the marketing agencies going down, they losing customer who doesn't really help. They can't really help the customer to optimize their advertising. So where does the money go? So that's Google. Google might help you. I says, come to me. I help you to put it up. Then my handle is better of that. And then the second thing, not everyone using Google to search, and maybe you can get more customer from other
Dr.
searching engine. You can
Yeah.
more dominant into the searching um, kind of industry. So maybe that's what the game they play a long game, right, or something.
What
well,
you
I
you
also think,
just going to say you could optimize your website for. Sorry, just wanting to say you could optimize your website for AI search. So when
Yeah.
that so that when you so like you did when you said you do a Google search, you used to want to be on the front page, the first page, the first page. So you would optimize your website to do that. So I'm sure you can optimize your website for AI to come up there. So sorry, Manny, go ahead.
nothing. I feel that you are clicking on my link, Marina, disappear. Click, 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 click.
It's not working. It's not working.
No, you have to do a little bit more than that. No,
I'm
but anyway, so anyway, guys, something that I just think of is I feel that the giants are super smart with what they are doing. So we have talked here in this podcast about Apple, about Microsoft, about OpenAI. Google is actually playing really well. This is what I would say, but at the same time, so then they can actually make some mistakes, and I think that maybe they are not really considering this, that people are not having the same patience as before. Even in psychology, if we think about that, now there is an addiction to the screens, so then it's actually already confirmed that before it's something that didn't exist, and now it's happening. So maybe they didn't consider that when they included the Gemini, but it was a way to show how powerful it could be, and helping the users, because as well they want to sell it, right? So then they are competing with OpenAI somehow.
Hmm. I know. I just thought about something as well. Like, when you do a normal Google search, right? And you have right now is all the sponsors get popped up at the
Yeah.
start, maybe two or three even, right? So they're
Yes.
not related to maybe kind of in the right direction, but not what you exactly asked, right? So when you're searching it, how many people find the stuff on the first page? Because first page and second page are kind of different. At the front, you pay more, right? Maybe this way, because it's kind of maybe a rag system, some sort of rag system, because they index all the web page, right? So they have a better understanding what really this website is about right now. So maybe they have higher like kind of understanding of your website. Like Jam said earlier, I can charge you more because I know exactly what your target is. I can direct them right here instead of going through pages of stuff. Maybe that's why as well. You know,
Would you say as well that there's AI that would then say these sites are correct based on the probability? So here we go, right? I mean, there was the probabilistic,
Of
uh,
course.
probabilistic result here saying, well, other people that have searched this found this site very helpful, and so rather than indexing it that way, it indexes it based on what others have found, assuming that it learns.
Yeah.
Well, all the I would say, all these machine learning models and AI algorithms are the baseline is statistics, and as you said, James, so the probabilities are there, and this is why we get different results according to which LLM we are using, because the data that they are using to train the model is different, right?
Mhm.
So unfortunately, if we just do advertising on Google or try, we will never know if our if our publicity goes down or not. No, not publicity, advertising
Yeah.
goes down or not, because we are already in the era of Gemini.
Yeah.
When I mentioned statistics, that Marina would get excited.
So if any Google employee listening, invite us to the Google, and then we have a look at your secret sauce. We'll understand better.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
And then just a side note, like I was playing with fine tuning the models, right? And just imagine in the future, if they really wanted to embed those kind of things, if we wanted to tune their model, if they find something, like I'm not even sure it's possible. They probably use some kind of smarter RAG system or something to grab the data to tune it. It's gonna cost a fortune.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh yes,
and then the
yes.
problem is it's hard to control the results, right? It's really hard to control when you're fine tuning it. So yeah, that's what I find out. And you see the screenshot I sent it to you guys. It was quite funny after fine tuning. Yeah.
I couldn't
Well,
sleep last night after you sent that, Jinsha. I was laughing.
well, so but still, I still believe that the LLMs will keep improving, and everything that we see from Gemini will improve as well. I would say the images from Gemini are becoming amazing now, so you can even create, I don't know, logo, brand kit, everything, like you just mentioned, okay, I want to do this and that, and it creates amazing images. Even you can download a version in your phone that you take a photo of whatever, let's say like this one,
Yeah.
and then it creates the background that is, let's say, like white or whatever, so then you can go directly to do e-commerce.
That's what James was talking about early on. Nano banana. That's the model.
That's what it's called, yeah.
But the thing is now it is fantastic. Before, people got so impressed and they pay like thousands of euros or dollars to have this kind of photos, or a designer, to have this, and then they could actually go to e-commerce. And well, so what I see is now you can have it in your pocket only,
And it's free.
and
Yeah,
it's free or super cheap, like even if it is not free, let's say that you pay something, like the pro version is super cheap.
and then also the new version of the video called VO3. You can't do that on Google on Gemini console yet, but I know there's a lot of platform out there you can use this with image now. So you could literally put your glasses in there and make a video of it. And VO3 created a really realistic kind of video. It's pretty cool. Mm.
Have you tried? Like for me, I haven't tried in video. I tried just with images.
I tried out on VO to create something, but still right now it's text to video. But what I'm saying is some platform using VO3 as backend, and the integrated front end and put image in. You can ask the image to do things. You see plenty of them in TikTok. Some the other just a video I seen right before this show is a guy riding a bike, right? You feel like a first person one, and I saw the bear ran through. So normally it said the person shouted at the bear, probably something, right? But this was generated by AI. So the bear stands up and talking to him. Said, "Did you see where you're riding? Where you're riding your bike and all that?" So a lot of those really realistic, give a twist end, have a lot of views at the moment on TikTok. It's really interesting though. It's all
Well,
AI
yeah,
generated.
I've seen lots of talking bears in show.
Really? Is it before drinking or after drinking?
During.
No, but seriously, I actually, now I like the point of James. Just to sum up, like our discussion for today, that probably the links that are, in the results or in the search that we just see with Gemini, they are better leads than what we had before. And Jan, from your end, what I take is this, that, the first page and the second page are very different. We all know that, if you're not in the first page, then your chances to have a click or to be visited or to have the traffic or even to sell a product, let's say in a platform like eBay or Amazon, they're going low if you're not in the first search. So then this is the kind of competition that I feel that they will still be alive. What I actually understand is that maybe Google didn't really understand how patient or impatient people can be, and also careful with the hallucinations. This is something that I also would like to mention before we finish this, because we are talking like about the Gemini. I try in the ChatGPT 5 and I asked some questions to see, how far the answers were going, and I was shocked, guys. I asked, for example, okay, so then what was the toughest question that someone asked you? And the model was answering me, okay, no, when someone asked me if they should quit their lives, this is very very hard, because the answer could be like different or something like this. And for me it was kind of shocking that the LLM was telling me this. And even I was asking, okay, so then what is the country where you receive more queries related to this or that disease? And it answered me. So then, and I was thinking, okay, I'm nobody. Like how could the LLM tell me this information, which I don't even know whether it is true or not, because of course I don't have access to all the queries, right? And then I was thinking, okay, this might be dangerous without any supervision or control.
Yeah. Oh well, that's like if people do like fine tuning or train the model, they will totally understand better. And this is how I feel.
Yeah.
And
Yes, I know, but what I also believe is that, or my feeling is that there are many people who don't really understand that these language models, they are not. It's not that they are intelligent as a human. There is an algorithm behind it. You are feeding the server with your information when you are
yeah,
interacting or are telling all your drama, for example. And I even have friends who tell me like, no, I prefer talking to ChatGPT because it doesn't judge me at all. So that
yeah.
now I like is the only one that I can interact about this or that topic.
Well,
Um,
that's a good friend. But the ChatGPT treat him very well. Like Gemini today treated me not very well, because I've been asking.
Answering.
Yeah, I've been asking him the same question. Can you add this to my Google Tasks? And can you do that? I asked 3 times. He says, I'm unable to fulfill your request. Can we try a different one? I said, what?
You didn't say please.
go to DeepSeek. You're Chinese. I don't want to answer you.
Oh, there's a
Please.
yeah, there's a quite interesting news, right? That well, this is about the LLM now. I seen people talking about if you're searching on DeepSeek, it will tell you more secrets because the other
Hmm.
LLM are kind of muted on certain part if you wanted to, you know,
What
like
kind of secrets, Michelle?
Wow.
I don't know. The person asked get this question was looking for kind of grant and kind of government support on something, right? And said, tell me how many of different grants in US. He asked ChatGPT, but very few of them come out. And then when he asked a DeepSeek, it has loads of different grant in detail come out. So he
Wow.
applied a lot of them, and that's the outcome. He said like ChatGPT trying to keep you away from getting money, but DeepSeek helps you. I said, where did you get that? It's a different story, but I find it quite interesting. Yeah.
Very nice. Guys, we are almost reaching to the end of our episode, but I would like to share a couple of news. Maybe, I don't know, Jan or James, who of you has the links to maybe mention a couple of the news that are happening in the AI world. And remember, guys, if you want for us to talk about any of these topics, let us know. And then we will be happy to organize an episode and always happy to interact with you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything at the moment. I just tell
Uh,
you what I
no,
know.
yes, yes, yes.
So hold on, Marina, you sent them to me. Hold on a second.
Yes, I sent a couple of news to you. They're actually breaking news. I would say like one of them is related to Mistral, talking about the LLMs. So then we continue in this world.
Hold on a
And
second. Let me present or share my screen. Let me see. Share screen.
sure.
Window.
Sure.
Here we
And
go.
by the way, those people who are in the audience, thank you so much for bearing with us until the end of the episode. It's super nice to have you here. And
Okay.
remember to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram. So now, yes. So let's go. Well, I started with Mixture, but let's go with this one. Alibaba
You
new
can go to
model.
Mistral.
Yes, this is the one. Mistral. I will actually increase the value now. This is a bit weird, when I read it, because I thought, okay, maybe the competition of OpenAI or DeepSeek would actually not do so well. I know that Mixtral is there for a while and is one of the first mixture of experts that were in the market. And actually, I was actually well, so impressed. I don't know how much is now OpenAI evaluated in. Do we have any idea? I don't really know.
Look
I
at
don't
this.
know.
Did you see this? What I just did there? Can you see that?
Well,
I
as
clicked the.
Google. Look at this. Okay, very nice. So
Oh,
then look at that. So then you can see. This is fantastic. This is fantastic and super related to the topic of today. So then it means that the Gemini is not only on the Google search, it's also on the pages that you visit.
well, it's also on. Well, it's on Google Chrome. That's right.
Of course, yes. Well,
Even
but this is
Google
a
Chrome.
feature that they added. It's actually super cool.
Yeah. So
I,
you
I,
can just
I haven't I
add
haven't
this one.
seen Edge or Mozilla, like showing something like that.
Well,
Yeah. So
that's well, it's good and bad. And the best side is right now all our like at work, we use Google Chrome most of the time, but the resource consumption is through the roof of Google
Well,
Chrome.
then this is a topic for green tech. So then this is something that we can discuss, in one of our future episodes. I think this will be like a very, very, I would say, a hot topic in the near future.
this is the version. This is the French version of San Maltman, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, you can use that to search Marina. Let's see how many website appears.
Yeah.
You can check if there is something. Imagine if in a couple of years my photo there, with the microphone speaking. Who
Yeah.
who
You
knows?
wouldn't have that short hair though.
You
I
never
should
know. When Jin Shao, you never know.
Okay.
I didn't think I was not going to have, you know.
Well, we see that coming.
And then, well, so then other news are related to Alibaba, so of course you know that Alibaba and DeepSeek are well, so dominating, I would say, the market in Asia, right, Jan? So then
Alibaba.
they are not really using, well, Alibaba in Spanish. I'm sorry to kill your English native, your native English skills, but for me it's Alibaba. It's not Alibaba. How is it in Chinese, Jan?
Alibaba.
Oh, very bad. So then
See, I was actually speaking Chinese, but I didn't
that's
want to
it.
You asked me how do I say it in Chinese. I can't say it like Alibaba, but that's not Chinese, right?
say.
Well,
Alibaba, yeah, it's 4 words.
well, so then you know that Alibaba and DeepSeek are dominating the market in Asia, basically in terms of well, AI and LLMs. So then here we see that the new model actually supercharged AI transcription tools. This is something that it really got my attention when I saw this news, because what I thought was, okay, now Google is also working in something similar with AI transcriptions, not just for the calls, but also like when you are in real time making the transcriptions in the moment. Even Microsoft added this. So then so what is happening with Alibaba? I never really tried it. Did you have any chance to try it?
No, no.
No. No.
I mean, in China, they have bigger customer base. They have a lot more in there, especially TikTok and all that sort of apps. So I'm not really sure about the office environment. I know a lot of people use Tencent and Alibaba Cloud. Yes, as servers, I'm not really sure, but yeah,
Well,
I'm pretty sure they have a good customer base for whatever they wanted to do. Sure.
I still remember our episode, John, when you just came back from China and you told us, all the hype that there is, like with AI and technology and digitalization. So I strongly advise you guys, if you have time,
Go to China?
watch that episode. Well, going to China would be amazing, but for that you need time and money.
Well, I was wondering where you were going with that. Go to China.
No,
Okay.
but
Well,
I wanted to encourage people to rewatch that episode because it was amazing, and we discovered things that we would have never imagined, if we didn't have a person
look,
who really did
I
it.
mean, like people thought about going to China is expensive. It's not expensive. When you landed there, everything's cheap. So the only thing about flight tickets is a bit more. So if you are not like me, have 2 kids and fighting with other parents during the holiday time, if you go at not really busy, like off-season time, 500 euro for return tickets. I mean, like it's not too much. You go
No.
there, hotels are cheap, food are cheap. You can experience China. Yeah, it's good experience.
Well, it would be an amazing experience. I really would like to see all the digitalization. Guys, we reached to the end of our episode. Thank you so much. It was a great episode. Thank to our audience for being here with us until the end. Feel free to talk to us. Follow us on Instagram, AI Amigos Show, LinkedIn,
Subscribe to our
YouTube.
channel.
Subscribe to our channel, and if you need any AI services or tailored solutions related to AI data science, you can contact our friends of tequilaai.com.
Yeah.
Guys, see you next week. It was amazing being with you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
And
Right.
Google CEO, contact us. We need a secret sauce.
Send us money, billions.